Greetings, Algo artisans. Notcoin up 200% in a day. Remarkable price action, very bull market-ish. What is it going to do next? Let's see if we can forecast that. Jump into the charts right now.
Get the out of bed, go.
Alright, so we're looking at a chart for Notcoin. We can see that it actually bottomed out after its MEXC listing in mid-May, bottomed out towards the end of May, May 23rd, and that was at about a half a penny, just under that actually. And then it rallied all the way up to go over a times 6 to almost 3 cents, in fact probably closer to a times 7 in about 2 weeks, and then remarkably over the weekend price doubled in a day. Just a massive pump got the attention of the community, and this kind of stuff tends to happen once Bitcoin is done with its post-halving pullback. So this is actually a pretty big clue that Bitcoin might be ready to continue rallying up and test the all-time high, which is a call that I made on Sunday on Twitter for everybody to see. Twitter X, whatever you call it now. I did say this is probably going to happen. So let's go to a lower time frame and see if we can establish what might happen next with Notcoin. So this is a 3-hour chart. The last chart was an 18-hour chart. So basically a daily chart, and it does look like Notcoin may need to take a rest. Now, being this part of the bull market, it might surprise us, continue up. It very well could if it catches fire. People might get very excited about it. However, there is a nice batch of liquidity hanging out between 1.1 and 1.2 cents, and if it cannot rally, this is the most likely place where price will go from a price action standpoint. Now, there was a little bit of a consolidation right here between 1.85 and 2 cents. We did see price grab liquidity from there already, and it may not be enough. We might need to see price retrace, we might not. So what would those options look like? Where would price go in this case? I'm going to go ahead and look at the major impulse here. The price moving from 1.12 cents on the 31st of May all the way up to almost 3 cents. So here we are with this, and this impulse is the foundation on which I will measure with my Fibonacci extension tool, so we can get some price discovery type targets, right? When there's no price history, when price is in price discovery, meaning it's higher than it's ever been, then we need to go ahead and take a look at what's happening above that. At least on this chart, price has never been this high. So where might price go? Well, this Fibonacci extension gives us some clues, and if I were to simply trade this, and I thought price was going to head up, I would have targets at 3.5 cents, maybe 3.4, and about 4 cents. That's probably where I would take target on a simple trade. Now, might this go higher? It's quite possible. To try to determine how high this coin might go is going to be a little bit difficult because this is a unique coin. There's not really a ton of coins like it. It's basically a very simple game. It's almost like a meme coin. So this really has one of those sky's the limit type situations. We will take a look at the metrics, but first let's finish our forecast. So I can zoom in and you can see the 618 was grabbed right there. Price might be ready to head back up. It simply could rotate above that foundation and just go up. Meme coins are known to do that in the bull. Very, very possible. However, this was a momentous rise, and this last pump probably creating some bag holders who want to take profit. There's always that chance that price breaks downwards, grabs liquidity, and then pops up. Given Notcoin's association with Telegram, there is a really good marketing campaign behind it. There really is not much of a better marketing tool than Telegram, and this is a Telegram coin. So I would not underestimate this coin at all. Under any circumstance, this is what I think price might do. And of course, there is always that chance that it doesn't quite make it down to this 1.1 cent to 1.2 cent level. It could stop at the 786. There's just a little bit of liquidity there. It really depends on the state of the market, how much liquidity it needs to grab, and what Bitcoin is doing. So this is all very, very possible, but I do think it is going to make its way up. I think 5 cents is extremely reasonable given its price action, and that we're in the bull market. I think 50 cents is reasonable. And again, there's not a lot of metrics I can use to base this estimate on. This coin is not really a utility. Yes, it's a game that people play. It's a very simple game. So let's go ahead and talk about what this coin is so we can understand how or how not we're able to determine some kind of price. So here we are on CoinGecko, Notcoin sitting at 2.17 cents. Beautiful chart there. Market cap 2 billion, multi-billion dollar market cap. This is remarkable. It has turned into a $1 billion market cap coin just in the last several days. values. Amazing. And the trading volume is double its market cap, nearly. There is a lot of volume with this coin, a lot of liquidity for that matter. Circulating supply, 102 billion, which is the max supply. So more or less, there are not really any coins that can be dumped onto this project. You can find Notcoin over on these exchanges. The ones that I recognize are going to be Gate.io, Bybit, Mexi, Binance, KuCoin, BitGet, CoinEx, Bitmart. We do have that on a DEX here called StonFi. I don't know much about that DEX, but there is a DEX opportunity to purchase this coin. Also DDust. So let's move on and look into some news. Here's an article over on Decrypt by Andre Begansky. Notcoin surges 290% with billions in trading volume as Ton re-enters the top 10. So Toncoin, being Telegram's main coin, has supplanted Cardano and made it into the top 10. It says here that a token tied to the Telegram-based clicker game Notcoin has surged to over $2 billion in market cap in recent days, skyrocketing in price just weeks after its debut. Airdropped in May to users for repeatedly tapping a digital coin in-game, Notcoin has risen 5% over the past day to 2.2 cents. According to data from CoinGecko, further propelling a 219% gain over the last 7 days. In the past 2 weeks alone, it's rallied a whopping 300% amid users' ongoing endeavors. Released on the Open Network, the game that had users fervently tapping away at their screens has emerged as the largest gaming-related token launched so far this year. It's currently the 57th largest cryptocurrency by market cap, according to CoinGecko. This is basically a coin that had people stuck to their computers and they would sit there and tap the coin. Like there's a little coin on the screen, they just tap, 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 tap. And that's how they earned it. And that's how they got the airdrop. So that's a lot of fun, right? And technically it's a gaming token, although I probably wouldn't lump this in GameFi, but I mean, that's where it is, technically where it belongs. As we pointed out on CoinGecko, he says here that more than 4.2 billion traded the last 24 hours. Last month, the project released earnings missions that let users earn not passively, I mean, not the coin, earned not passively by completing certain tasks. In previous scenarios, Notcoin users completed actions, namely tapping, in hopes of receiving a one-time allocation of the cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, Ton Network has seen its native token rise as well. That's Toncoin. Adopted by messaging app Telegram as its official Web3 infrastructure, last year the coin linked to the Open Network has seen its price rise to $6.65 over the past 30 days, posting a 16% gain. We're going to take a look at the Toncoin chart as well. I actually hold Toncoin. Now, Notcoin, before we go any further, as we said before, it's a play-to-earn mechanism. You sit there and tap on the coin. That's how you play, unless there are some new ways. Obviously, they did have some other methods to gain the coin, passive methods, other gameplay, but this is a simple gameplay. And of course, it has a lot of criticism, lack of clear long-term objectives, limited track record, referral system that they say looks scammy. This, to me, seems like a meme coin, and it just keeps people glued to their Telegram. I don't want to be too harsh on this coin. There are meme coins that do less than this, that are in billions of dollars in market cap. This actually is a pretty shrewd marketing campaign, if you ask me. And this was just a brave search on what is Notcoin with an AI answer. Let's take a look at Ton chart. Now, we have seen Ton rally going back to the beginning of June, so just the last day or 2 or 3. Where might it go next? Well, if we back out and we look at the higher time frame, Ton has been doing really well in this bull market pullback. It's, for the most part, going back to March, staying above 470. That has been an important support as it's bounced off of that and continues to go up. This thing really is defying gravity when a lot of coins are having a hard time. So Ton bounced off that low point and has stayed above that ever since and has maintained above $6.20. Now, I did do a video on Ton not long ago thinking that it would be one of the first to break its all-time high. It wasn't the first, but it's one of the first. And I mean one of the first big coins, right? There's plenty of coins that broke their highs, but with a multi-billion-dollar market cap. For the moment, we can take a look at the short term. Obviously, we have some very clear areas for price to break, 745 and 770, and we might see that happen right now based on a Fibonacci extension. Now, this is a 3-hour chart. This would be a swing trade, and I'm not saying that I'm going to take this trade. I'm not saying I'm not, but we see a 618 pullback on this, right? So price rallied up. I'll go ahead and paint the impulse so you can see it, and then it pulled back to the 618. And is it ready to continue up? I'm going to take a look at the algos here. It's quite possible. It could just go up from here. It's very possible, and if it did, then the targets that I had for it would be 730, and 761. And I might take that second target below 740, like 745. So I might take my first target here if I were just to simply trade this and have it there. And my second target would be at about 745 below that structure. Now, if I were to enter this trade right now, it would look something like this. Now, that's a beautiful looking trade. I might even take some profit after this local high, somewhere around $7.06. But if price heads straight up from here, that's beautiful. Now, is it going to do that? We don't know. It might pull down for more liquidity. It's hard to say. I can say there is a lot of liquidity from which to grab in this area right here from this prior consolidation. So if I wanted to be a bit conservative with my stop, I could put it a little bit lower and it's still a 2.5 to 1 trade, or I could even split the difference and put half my trade on with this stop loss and then half my trade on with a tighter stop. And that way I've hedged my bets. So I hope this video was helpful. If you want to see how we do this, how we create these trades, how we use our algos, how we create our algos, come to algofactory.tech. We help people build a trading plan, and you don't have to know how to computer code or anything like that. We have people building algorithms that they trade manually. Anytime you trade with a set of rules, it's an algorithm. So you're probably already trading an algo. We just help you build a solid one. If you want to code it and have it trade while you walk away, that is a path on which we can put you as well. We actually have some customers who are really happy with their progress over at Algo Factory. Let's hear from one of them right now.
This is ThinkFree's Algo Factory testimonial. I began my prescription for Algo Factory the summer of 2023. I am now 70 years old and I have set a goal to have a supplementary income by learning to trade. I have been putting in about 3 to 4 hours per week of study time. In spite of this small time of commitment, I am determined to learn to trade. I set a goal of slow, steady progress in my learning. It is now March of 2024, and I have been delighted that through the articulate speech and hands-on help and support from Cowboy, I have developed an algo that looks very promising. I've come to appreciate Cowboy's remarkable ability to communicate and teach. He's not just knowledgeable, but also very creative in his shoot-from-the-hips approach. I wonder, is that where the name Cowboy came from? I have followed the Algo Cowboy and V the Guerrilla Economist for more than 3 years and have found them to be very respectful, caring, and firmly rooted in reality. By that I mean they have a clear, deep, no-nonsense understanding of the world we live in, not just in trading and economics, but geopolitically and, dare I say, spiritually as well. For me, this fact makes working with them all the more gratifying and secure. This has and continues to be a great investment of my time and money. Also ends up being fun with the humor that is shared amongst our Algo Factory group members. Thank you, Cowboy.
All right, well, thanks for listening to that. Don't forget, algofactory.tech, trade your job, upgrade your life. We'll see you on the next one.